General Street Report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonadi FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be.
Government, whatever.
Street Report is here to make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishku, CSR number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebonadi 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Emas in Ebonadi corner 24/7, 24/7.
Family is the foundation of the society. Now, this is never 103.5 FM. Wherever I can
Papa, Mama, na umuaka, makil mata, ike basalo izinono. Classic lady.
Classic lady.
Never on the 103.5
FM. No girl, this is Canada Garden every Tuesday and Friday, 3 to 4 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebonadi FM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio
from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed, let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Martin Ifanishku, aka Meta,
and Christy, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
on the morning drive.
103.5 Ebonadi FM. Good morning and welcome to Ebonadi 103.5 FM. Today, the 14th day of August 2023. Today is Monday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7, and it is time for newspaper headlines on Ebonadi 103.5 FM. This morning we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Now you have the that the complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that the complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper, the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper. We are also going to take a look at Leadership newspaper, Vanguard, Daily Post, Sun, This Day, and if time permits, we are also going to take a look at the Nigerian Tribune. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-9666-1035. You can as well, we are working on our Facebook, but in a jiffy you will join us on Facebook. But you can as well join us on our streaming platform via mixlr.com/gistfm. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Investigator probes CBN staff, consultants, NIBSS, NSPMC. Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project sues Akpabio, Abbas over plan to spend 110 billion naira on bulletproof cars. Others. Boko Haram vows to recapture territories recovered by troops. Tinubu's reforms will fail without economic justice, ending corruption, says Bakare. How 66 days of APC plunged Nigeria into further darkness by Labour Party. National Union of Road Transport Workers, NLC, threatens to picket police headquarters over harassment. Rights Group urges probe of 75 billion naira youth investment fund. I'm still in Germany, recuperating, not yet back home, says Akredoro. Kanu reopens rehabilitated hospital allegedly sold by Ganduje. Again, government sets Imo Monarch's Palace vehicles ablaze. Attack villagers. Again, government sets Imo Monarch's Palace vehicles ablaze. Attack villagers. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Inspector General of Police in Kanu harps on police ties with community. Concerns over alleged move to extend tenure of immigration boss. Shareholders point fingers over court ordering barring. Shareholders point fingers over court order barring FBNH from holding AGM. Lagos State government seeks residents' support on dualization of Mushi NMPC Apapa Oshodi Road. At Deeper Life's 50th anniversary, Kumuyi tax Nigerians on appreciation. Jobberman partners ELCA on short film competition for content creators. IA Foundation joins NGOs, CSIS across African countries to discuss sustainable development. Labour Party National Working Committee inaugurates 24-man Lagos State new ESCO, says no going back. Labour Party National Working Committee inaugurates 24-man Lagos State new ESCO, says no going back. Telecom sector employs 419 expatriates as workforce hits 15,507. Oyebanji urges commissioners, permanent secretaries, others to sign performance bond. Niger begins 82-kilometer Mina Bida Road construction, November 23rd. Benue SMEA asks for more as bank feeds internally displaced persons. Benue SMEA asks for more as bank feeds internally displaced persons. Lagos government urges youths to shun vices, embrace change. Edo public service remains best in Nigeria, says Obaseki. Paddy scarcity threatens food security. Customs confiscating local produce in Castena, says community leader. John advocates new model for conflict resolution in Niger Delta. Tinubu greets veteran journalist Ray Ipu at 75, hails Farumbi at 85. United Nations smile, urge youths to embrace green economy. All proud as Anambra legislator barred from entry into assembly complex in Keke. Rema holds World Convention November 5th to 12th. Odukoya's church holds service amid mourning, announces burial. Outrage over proposed tuition fee hike in University of Ibadan, as ERC. Youths condemn the proposed hike. Again, SDP campaign office vandalized in Kogi. Again, SDP campaign office. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps National Spokesman Odumosu takes over as FCT Commandant. Niger coup. Human Rights Writers Association urges Tinubu to adhere to rule of law, warns against troops deployment. Commission tax state governments on social safety nets for senior citizens. Armed robber arrested in VGN uniform, fingers police inspector as accomplice. Armed robber arrested in VGN uniform, fingers police inspector as accomplice. I battered with human head to boost my patronage. Suspect. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency seizes over 13 tons of skunk in 4 states. NAF airstrikes hit oil tips, terrorists, others. Fix bad roads in Dutse. Residents beg FCT administration. Why military takeover of government in West Africa increasingly reimagine. Senator Sani Bagwarada, FCT residents decry unhygienic transportation of meat. Niger Delta youths pass vote of confidence on OBA over exemplary leadership style. NASC AGRA moved to posters announcing cancellation of seat at home. European Union selects Bauchi Varsity for grant on master's degree. NEMA distributes relief materials to 22,658 flood victims in Kanu. Ondo government assures youth of partnerships for more jobs. Federal government will give adequate attention to welfare of security personnel, says Tinubu. Abu Razak mourns Kwara ex-governor Latinwo. Death toll in Zaria mosques rises to 12. Confusion in federal civil service over tenure policy. President Tinubu endorses Heritage Voyage of Return initiative. And that's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. And from the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to the Leadership newspaper, addressing youth unemployment as Nigeria prepares for ICAO's audit. Kill corruption, not Nigerians. Bakara tells Tinubu. Concern mounts over Akpabio's utterance on Senate bonanza. 19 days after Niger coup, hope rises as junta leaders construction firm to fix damaged Bauchi-Gombe highway in 3 days. We are ready to partner Akpabio government, says indigenes in US. Social Rights and Accountability Project asks court to stop National Assembly from spending 110 billion naira on cars. Others, flood, avoid Bauchi-Gombe route. FRSC cautions motorists. Probe invasion of Opu, Nembe, by armed men. Bayelsa Group tells Inspector General of Police. We are ready to partner Akpabio with taking this. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Leadership newspaper this morning. Serie A, Chukwueze scores as AC Milan beats Novara in preseason friendly. EPL, Chelsea, Liverpool play thrilling draw at Stamford Bridge. Associates raises alarm over orchestrated media attack on Akpabio. Insecurity. Bayelsa community hails Inspector General of Police as police arrest 5, recover arms. Police arrest photo security guard, 1 other over rape of minor. Ex-Governor El Rufai absent as lawmaker son takes new wife. SGF denies constitution of ad hoc committee for board appointments. Enugu police arrest 12 over killing 4 in land dispute. Enugu police arrest 12 over killing 4 in land dispute. Niger coup leader seeks dialogue with ECOWAS. Travelers stranded as flood cuts off Gombe Bauchi Road. Italy coach Roberto Mancini resigns. Bayern Munich rejects Man United's first offer for Benjamin Pavard. Making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Allocate 15% annual budget to health sector. NMA's federal government. Sokoto government to sponsor 85 indigenes at Northwest University. Sokoto government to sponsor 85 indigenes at Northwest University. European Union selects ATBU, Obafemi Awolowo University, 6 others for master's degree in artificial intelligence funding. Socioeconomic rights, we've taken this. Akeredoro still on medical vacation in Germany, spokesman. Akeredoro still on medical vacation in Germany, spokesman. League One, PSG reinstates Mbappe into first team squad. Taiwo Awoni, wife welcomes second into first team squad. Taiwo Awoni, wife welcomes second child. Drug baroness, 4 kingpins arrested as National Drug Law Enforcement Agency busts 3 syndicates in Lagos. EPL, Saka has amazing quality. Netia. Zamfara government launches free modified medical outreach. Unknown gunmen burn down Imo Monarch's palace. EPL, Tottenham Hotspur wants gift Urban as hurricane replacement. Tottenham begin life without hurricane as they take on Brentford. And that's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. You are still listening to newspaper headlines on paper. Attacks on Ganduje cost Kwankwaso ministerial slot, says APC spokesman. Ibeju, Lekki residents, Lord Dangote refinery over infrastructural development. Don't dump El Rufai. BON DG begs Tinubu. Shaibu manipulated youth council poll for selfish reasons, says Obaseki. FHA Mortgage Bank disburses 10.6 billion naira to 962 beneficiaries. MD. Real estate land utilized capital hits $300 billion, says PwC. Real estate land unutilized capital hits $300 billion, says PwC. NAF bombed IPOB hideouts, foiled planned attacks, spokesman. Chaibu manipulated youth council. We've taken this before. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. ICPC grills Agric Ministry officials over massive fraud. Bayelsa needs selfless leadership, says Labour Party candidate. KBL urges insurance companies to improve awareness. Akeredoro in Germany recuperating, says aid. Niger, PDP, NLC, Bakare, Kaigama oppose military action. FRSC arrest 162,834 traffic offenders in 6 months. 22,658 Kanu households get NEMA relief materials. 30 people with disabilities get Muhammad Fawemi's scholarship. I retired from IBB regime to preserve my integrity. Odigi Oyegun. Military pledges royalty to Tinubu, backs democracy. CCB shuns a request on Tinubu Shetima's assets. Niger junta bows to pressure, demands meeting with ECOWAS. Deeper Life marks 50th anniversary. Niger, Tinubu putting West Africa in dangerous situation, says Bakare. And religious intolerance. Gani Adams tells Para Governor. Cleric advises pupils on diligence, integrity. Hospital urges residents to embrace health insurance. Traditional medical practitioners get registration deadline. Lagos pledges more youth-oriented programs. Abbas condemns Zaria killings. Kanu suspends fee hike by private schools. By elections, ex-Inspector General Baba's senatorial campaign posters trend online. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Premier League, Chelsea, Liverpool share spoils in Super Sunday clash. NAF says airstrikes hit oil tips. Terrorists, orders. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Coup. Niger military ready for dialogue, says junta. Defense headquarters denies receiving coup request. Coup. NLC warns against ECOWAS invasion of Niger. Rivers governor warns monarchs, others against disrupting road project. Why BUK was forced to hike registration fees. VC. 2 die, 1 injured in Akpabio auto crash. NJC denies surrendering powers over judges' appointment, promotions to governor. I warned against Emilokam politics, says Tunde Bakare. Declare state of emergency on health, NMA tells federal government. Delta, police snap suspected cultist, kidnapper. Why juntas are taking over governments in West Africa. Shehu Sani, drug baronness. 4 kidnappings arrested as National Drug Law Enforcement Agency busts 3 syndicates in Lagos. Opportunistic politicians fueling my conflict with Obaseki, Shaibu. NAFDAC, PCN advocates ethical drug distribution. 2023 elections showed Nigerians tired of APC, Tunde Bakare. Nominate El Rufai's ministerial replacement from Kaduna South. Central, APC chieftain urges Tinubu. 62 babies decaution as Adeboye prays against war. Street trading. Ogun gives 3-day ultimatum to traders. Russian forces kill 6, including baby, in fresh Ukraine attack. 4 killed, 12 arrested in Enugu communal clash. Niger, defense headquarters directs service chiefs to compile war items. ECOWAS lawmakers divided. International Youth Day group urges federal government to establish Development Commission. Socio-economic rights and accountability project sues National Assembly over plan to spend 110 billion naira on bulletproof cars. Others. Road crashes claim 4,387 lives in 6 months. Federal Road Safety Corps. Zamfara to treat 200 VVF, 1,000 cataracts cases. Insecurity. Inspector General to establish Special Intervention Squad. Join politics to stop fraudulent elections. Obasanjo tells Christians. Mosques collapse. JNI, Christian Association of Nigeria, seek probe. Death toll now 12. Sit-at-home enforcers are criminals, says IPOB. And that's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. And from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. I am not a ritualist. I removed my ex-lover's body parts to cover up. Footballer. Laborers kill pastor in Ondo. Rising adulterated fuel. Airlines must be vigilant. UNA. Troubled sky. Niger's junta forces airlines to abandon airspace. Take longer routes. Troubled sky. Niger's junta forces airlines to abandon airspace. Take longer routes. Nigeria. Other African airlines share 2.1% of global passenger traffic. Coup. Using military force to remove Niger junta. Dangerous. Labor. Coup. Dialogue. Diplomacy remains panacea. Action aid tells ECOWAS why I battered daily with human hair. 26-year-old suspected ritualist confesses. Ibeju. Lekki residents Lord Dangote refineries CSR initiatives. Antras. Benue gets vaccine for 5,000 livestock. Zamfara launches free monthly medical outreach. Why I was retired at 48. Oyegun, ex-APC national chairman. Insecurity. Stakeholders brainstorm on peaceful coexistence. How we are rehabilitating industrial accident victims. Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund. Unraveling Chimamanda's the thing around your neck. Prince Uwakwe tennis tournament. Rivers Delta emerges champions. Prince Uwakwe tennis tournament. Rivers Delta emerges champions. Family unveils museum in honor of Yusuf Grigolo. NLNG has awarded over $1 million to 17 winning works in literature. Andy Ode. Subsidy removal, kill corruption, not Nigerians. Bakare tells Tinubu Adeze's exhibition to squeeze excitement from fear. Fresh fuel price hike looms as landing cost rises by 37.4%. And that's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning.